Hey everyone, hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's see. Test, test, 1, 2. You guys can hear me. I am back, and today's live stream, it's been a while, but today's live stream is actually brought to you by all the Patreon members. What's going on, McDubbin? It's brought to you by all the Patreon members right now. We have some exciting news, so I wanted to do this one live with everybody because this matters a lot to me. Especially since this is kind of a new project here at PincheAls Garage. And it's been a while, guys. I know it's been a while since I haven't been online, so it's been hectic. I kid you guys not, I've been working my booty off like no tomorrow. So I wanted you guys to get on here, get live, and I want you all to join in because we're going to show you some cool stuff in just a moment. But tonight's live stream is all about shopping. We're going to go out and we're going to go shopping for all the parts that you will need to build a VR6 engine. That's right, everyone. We're going to build the VR6 engine tonight. We'll build a part list to build a VR6 motor. That's kind of the goal for tonight's live stream. Now, the question is, number one, can you guys hear me well? I don't know if I'm getting good feedback or not. I need to make sure. Test, test. Just making sure you guys can hear me. Sounds good. Claro. Okay, okay. Good, good. Just making sure because I'm taking my time before we start this entire live stream with you guys. Let's see here. So I'm going to open up my browser and get you guys all going right now together. But how you guys all been, huh? How you guys all been? I cut all my hair off. If you guys see that. Let's see. Cancel. Let's see here. Come on, guys. You guys got to capture. You guys got to talk. I mean, comment. I don't want to be the only one talking here. And there I am back on the screen. I'm going to put myself down here. What's going on, George Pacheco? It's been a while, guys. It's been a while, that's for sure. So hopefully you guys can see that. Hell yeah, McDubbin. That's awesome. I'm glad you got your turbo kit. It's been a lot of work. I've been stressing out lately because work has been working me a little harder than normal. I'm technically the only one in my department doing what I do for computer repair. So it's kind of overwhelming me at the moment because I leave for 2 days and I come back with a lot of extra work that I shouldn't be working on. But George Pacheco, you messaged me. What did you message me about? I don't know if I got your message or not. You can comment right here in the chat room and I can see what I can do with you in the chat room. But while you're commenting, we're gonna go do some shopping. We're gonna go a couple places because I like to shop in multiple locations. I like to make sure I get the best bang for my dollar. So I need to make sure wherever we're going to throw money at, we're going to throw the money in the correct place, because if not, we're going to be throwing money away. We always compare pricing in multiple locations because sometimes one company over in other will have what we call, you know, a better deal than another place. So we shop back and forth. Is really, really important. I think this is the one. Yeah, these guys, and then okay, so we're gonna work with 4 websites tonight, and if you guys are in the market for building your own VR6, this is where we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna minimize this for the moment, because I'm gonna show you guys something while you guys are all joining in the live stream before we go further out there. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some stuff for you guys so you guys can see it. Okay? So give me just a moment. First on the list is this bad boy. All right. This right here. This is a VR6 crank. We just had it polished and balanced for us. You see that? Beautiful crank. We polished it and had it balanced to due to its age. It's had a lot of mileage on it, but yes, we had it machined. So the sucker's heavy, so I'm gonna take it away in just a moment. But yeah, this is our VR6 crank. So the next part I'm gonna show you is what goes with it. Not the block yet. I'm gonna show you something else. But again, if you guys are not Patreon members, you guys are not gonna see this build until after we're done building it. This engine is gonna be built pretty quick. So if you guys are not Patreons, you guys are going to have to wait later for the content. But it's okay. It's still okay. So just want to give you guys the heads up. But yes, this is a beautiful, beautiful crank. Sucker's heavy, but look at that. VR6 crank. Be right back. Here's our 12 valve head. And this is actually lighter, believe it or not. This is a lot lighter than the crank. So we got a fully hot tanked and cleaned 12 valve head. The only thing we need to remove off of this is all the stem seals. And then we got to check for clearance on all the valve guides. But if everything's within specifications, this is ready to be pretty much built. You guys can see here, beautiful machine work. This is a fully decked head. Whenever you take an engine apart, guys, if you guys know what you're gonna get into, make sure your engines, your parts are decked. This is super important when building an engine, because if these aren't decked, they're not gonna mate properly to the block, and you're gonna have fun issues once you replace your head gasket. Over time, a lot of people, what they do is just clean them up and just dump a head gasket and call it a day. Not here at PincheAls Garage. We like to make them look like this. We also have all the valve seats grinded down. We grinded all the seats, so when we put brand new valves in here, they're all going to seat nice and correct. So we don't have any issues with exhausts coming into the pretty much going through the blow by. There we go, having blow by issues. So all that's taken care of, beautifully cleaned up through Paradise Motorsports. You got to give it to them. Those guys love the quality of work they give, And again, this is it. It turned out really, really nice. So I can't wait to start building this. Um, they did a really good job making sure everything is cleaned and not scuffed or what's the other word? Like grinded down, so we don't have any mismatched surfaces. Since these are aluminum heads, they do tend to ding or scratch easily. Which, if they do get scratched, then you're gonna have to go back and get the head resurfaced again, so you can do this all over again. So very, very good job. I'm very happy with Paradise Motorsports with the work that they did for us. Such a killer price, so I can't even argue with them. They do such good work. I just keep bringing work and more work back to them. You guys got to give a big thanks to Luis. This is actually his motor that I'm building for him. And this is why we're going to have the content that we will have because of Luis and his putting money forward towards this build. So we're going to be building this block as I save up money to build up our other engine, our other VR6. The other VR6 that we have is going to be a high compression build, so we're going to be changing everything. We're going to be going 2 millimeters oversized on the stock pistons. We're going to be getting forged rods and upgraded pistons. Goon, we are soon. We are right now the company where we get our barb, our nylon adapters. They're out of stock for 2 to 3 months, which sucks. So I'm trying to find another company to get our parts from. But it really sucks because I have most of the parts in stock, except for that barb fitting that changes the size from 3/8 to ½ inch. It sucks, but I have to wait until I get that part in. I can discount the kit an extra $10 if you guys want. It'll just be missing that part, so you're gonna have to try to find it yourself. That might be an option for you guys. But again, this is the 12 valve VR6 head that we built. That we just got back from the machine shop, and we're gonna get ready to build this very soon. So hope you guys are excited. Just for all you guys who are tuning in, this head just got decked, and you guys can see the beautiful machine work they've done to it. So we're gonna be shopping today for all the required components for the head. And we're also going to be shopping for all the required components for the bottom end, the block. So if you guys are tuning in, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe, because today is a big day. We're going to do a lot of learning today about how to shop for this engine and how to shop for it either on a budget, B, shopping for the right parts. You'd be surprised where lower cost parts are actually better price as long as you know what you're looking for brand wise. Quick question, I just got a 20th GTI 1.8T. Install catless downpipe. Is it hard to install or pretty easy? It's pretty easy, but you will have a check engine light because you don't have a tune for high flow exhaust. So they're bolt on, but I recommend taking it to an exhaust shop because the 4 bolts to the downpipe, you're probably gonna snap them if you don't have an impact gun. Just giving you a heads up. So I'm gonna go put this baby back. I'm gonna go bring the block, which is a lot harder to bring, so please bear with me, guys. Give me just a moment. Alright, here's the block. All dressed up. We're going to give it a good cleaning tomorrow so we get it ready for paint. I'll show you guys. There you go. So here's the block. As you can see, it's beautifully decked. It's all properly honed. So it's going to be ready. We're going to do one more once around cleaning on the entire block and give it a good paint job. See if I can get you guys a little bit closer. Hold on. USB cable's stuck here. Here we go. Look at that. Beautiful machine work on that. All nice and honed and ready for a build. Move this guy over here. Back. All right. Okay, nice. I have tools and extensions, so I should use the extension and stock impact gun to take those bolts off. Yeah. Yes, all new hardware. I recommend definitely new hardware. So George Pacheco, your question earlier. I'm sorry that I ignored you, but I got a GT35 turbo. Do I have to change my stock injectors? You got to do a lot more than just change your stock injectors. You need to change your stock injectors. You need to change your intercooler. You need to change the exhaust. You need to change the exhaust manifold. You're going to have to change your software. You're going to probably need a boost controller. You're probably going to need a bigger fuel pump. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you're going to need. Now, what injectors will you need? What fuel pump are you going to need? You're going to have to talk to your tuner. Do not just buy injectors based off of just what you Google search. Do not do that. That is the worst thing that anybody can do. What's going on, David Hernandez? I've been good, buddy. All right, George. Do not Google search MK4 GT35 injectors. It is the worst thing you can do. Your first thing you must do is go find a tuner. And you talk to the tuner. Your tuner will specify what brand of injectors and what size injectors he is comfortable using for the tune for that size turbo. Yeah, you have a stage 2 for a stock turbo. You cannot use that anymore. You're going to need to go to a whole new setup. That's useless now to you, just so you know. WD-40, patience, we'll get them out. Just picked up a DeWalt DC Impact Rusty tank. Yeah, nice. Do I know a good tuner? Yes. Boost Dynamic Tuning is phenomenal. Another good local or small guy tuner, but really, really good is Motoza Tuning. Those are one of the two best tuners out there that you can find. Euro Customs is another really, really good tune. Another one is Eurodyne. Other really, really good brands of tunes out there for Mark IVs. Just so you guys understand that every tuner has a different flavor on how they like their injectors. So again, you're going to have to do your homework and you're going to have to talk to them. Where are they located? I can't give you location. I do everything via internet, so I don't care where they are. You're going to have to go through them and find them online and just do your search with them. Even if it's a KO4, does not matter. George Pacheco, does not matter. Turbos make a difference every time the larger you go, because every time you go larger, you increase everything else with it. It's not just, hey, swap a turbo, put it in, and call it a day. There's a whole bag of tricks that go along with it. So if it's your first time building something like this, research, and then go talk to a tuner, and he'll tell you exactly what you need. Plain and simple. Now, what you want to do is, whatever tuner you go to, make sure he knows exactly that he's commonly, I guess, knowledge with Mark IVs, with 1.8Ts, especially with builds, because you're going to fall within that issue where, oh yeah, I know how to tune, and then they're just going to give you all this junk, and it's going to be a headache. Gonzo Tuning is good. I am not a fan of Gonzo Tuning. He's screwed me over quite a few times. Same with Carrot Top Tuning, another tuner that screwed me over multiple times. Carrot Top screwed me over $600, And Gonzo Tuning screwed me over $1,000, saying that they can get my tune. And I paid more to get more adjustments, and every time they did it, they just kept ruining my car more and more. I just said F it. I went to Trent Smith from Boost Dynamic Tuning, and my car's never had a problem ever since. So it's one of those things, is like, you can't trust me. Please don't take what I say to heart. It's just my personal opinion and my personal experience with these guys. Okay? So I cannot say, for... What's up, Ivan? Kanda primo? I cannot say if they've gotten better or worse over time. I don't know. It's been years since I've worked with them. Now I only work with Trent Smith from Boost Dynamic Tuning, just because I get what I want and he understands what I need. Period. I listen to him. He tells me what I need to buy. I buy it and I get it done, and it works. Car works beautifully every single time. So, yeah. That's pretty much where I am at in that scenario. Boost Dynamic does remote tuning, really convenient. He knows what he's doing. Did my stage 3 is what I got, and I love it. Again, George Pacheco, I'm glad you do. If you're going to upgrade to a bigger turbo, I would contact Boost Dynamic and figure out what to do from there. Don't go buying anything else until they tell you what to buy. Pretty much to the point. All right, now that we got all that off our shoulders, let's start shopping. Let's start shopping for a VR6 motor. I mean, that's why we're here, right? I mean, it's been a while, obviously, since we've been on here live, but I mean, let's start buying some car parts. So we're here on a couple websites. So what I do first, okay, I always go first to ECS Tuning. I don't buy everything from ECS Tuning. Okay, guys? Just listen and understand that. Pay attention to what I'm going to say. I am not going to recommend any size injectors, Pacheco. If you should have listened to everything I just said, I am not going to recommend anything for that. Because every turbo style is different. And they perform differently based off different types of injectors. Again, that's something that you and your tuner... need to talk to about when you guys start building that engine. Got another 24 valve 6-speed. I'm thinking on going turbo. What's the best manifold for it? Well, depending on your budget, a good manifold, you can go with SPA Turbo. Really, really good company for cast manifolds. Their budget, you can get one for $400 to $500, which is a budget manifold. Now, if you got the cheese and you want to spend some good money on a really good manifold, ATP Turbo is a really, really good choice to go with. CTS Turbo is another company to go with. And Kinetic Motorsports is another amazing company to get parts from. Those are the three companies I would highly recommend for manifolds. Now, if you really got unlimited money, go to a really good fabrication shop and have them fabricate you a stainless steel tubular manifold, because it's going to be the best option. Number one, best for heat, best for airflow, and best for power. You're going to make the most power out of a tubular manifold all day out of a stainless steel tube manifold versus your typical cast iron log manifolds that are very, very common. So again, it's one of those options you're going to fall into that you're going to think about when you're doing your build. All right, so we're going to get to this. So we're building a 12 valve VR6. Now we're going to shop by vehicle. What's going on, Rob? We're going to shop by the vehicle, and obviously it's a Jetta. GTI or Jetta doesn't make a difference. It does make a difference though for the year of the car. Because later 2002 and newer, they're going to be 24 valves versus 99 to 2001-ish, late 2002, early 2002 is going to be a 12 valve. So those do matter. Exactly. Let's start spending some money. Now, since we're here, we're already selected as a 12 valve VR6. We need to be we're only doing internal work. So internals. What parts we need to build an entire long block. That consists of the head and the bottom end. We already have rods. We already have pistons for this car. So we need rod bearings, main bolts, a brand new oil pan because the oil pan on this thing is jacked. We're going to need probably, all the gaskets. We're going to need the oil pump. We're going to need the oil pump rod. We're going to need all the timing components. So since this is the dual chain setup, so we're going to need both chains, guides, all the hardware. This is a dual spring. Yes, that's correct. 12 valves are dual springs. We're going to be using the stock springs that it came with, so we don't need to buy new springs, but we need to buy, for sure, new valves. So we definitely got to get new valves. Yes, the steel oil pan will be what's in the. We're not going to be building a high performance engine. This is going to be a stock rebuild. This is the whole point of this build is for Luis. Luis here is he just wants a car. He wants his Mark IV back up and running, and that's what I'm going to do for him. I talked to the shop owner, and we all understand. Luis is here, and he's here to learn, and he's gonna want to do this. So he hooked us up and got us a really good deal on the machine work. So now, because we saved him some money on machine work, we're gonna be able to invest on important stuff on the engine, where it matters, because brands do matter. Believe it or not, brands will make a difference on how long your engine's going to last over time. So we're going to work on first the head, because we're going to go from top to bottom. And on the head, we have the valve cover gasket. We're going to need pretty much all the gaskets on top of the head. We're going to need the valves. We're going to need new stem seals. We're going to need new cam seals. So all that we're going to go into. So we're going to click on engine here on ECS Tuning. And the reason why I go to ECS Tuning, they're the best site to pretty much to find everything you need part-wise. They are not the best site to buy everything from, even though they're probably still the best place to find everything you need for your car, because they do a lot of drop shipping. So it sucks because you never know when you're going to get the part. It's great because you can get a lot of hard to find parts. That's kind of like, how they play on each other. That's how this ECS Tuning kind of works, unfortunately. So number one, we're going to go and start with gaskets. So we're going to go to, let's see here, gaskets and seals. All right, so we're going to work on the valve cover. Now, on the valve cover, we have the plastic valve cover. So the plastic valve cover is going to, you're just going to use the rubber seal that goes underneath it. It's pretty straightforward. You can go genuine. I'm a big fan of Victor Renz and Earling. I don't know how to pronounce that brand. They're two of the best brands out there. Victor Renz is probably the best OEM brand you can get, so I would definitely work with them. So that's the first part we're going to add to it. The oil cap gasket, we're going to need it, so it's pretty cheap. Victor Renz is 99 cents. Can't complain for a gasket that holds your breather, your valve cover, which has, blow by, and it's going to have pressure in it, so why not prevent any leaks from that? Just from something super simple, it's only going to cost you 99 cents. So that's pretty much it for that. It's kind of dumb. So that's valve cover. Let's see here. The head. Now, this is where we got to make sense, because Victor Renz sells a head gasket kit. And with the head gasket kit, it comes with the valve cover gasket, it comes with the exhaust manifold gasket, the intake manifold gasket, and the head gasket. So that's a pretty good deal for this engine. For this head. So if I add that to the cart, what I need to do is remove the valve cover one, because we don't need that one anymore, because the head gasket set comes with it. So we got that. Since this is a stock build, definitely gonna get a set of brand new head bolts. We're gonna add it to the total. Now, keep in mind again, we're only shopping for parts. We're not shopping for price yet. We're gonna do some price comparisons on other sites to make sure we're gonna get the best deal. Number two, if you guys are in locally have like an AutoZone, I definitely recommend shopping with an AutoZone via their commercial side. Do not shop in their DIY side. Make a commercial account with them and get parts from their IMC company. AutoZone owns a company called IMC. They're kind of like ECS tuning, but just for German cars or European cars in general. You can get everything that I'm showing you guys here at a much lower cost through them. That's a life hack right there, guys. So just give me a heads up on that. So we got head bolts. So that's pretty much. We still need cam seals. Oh no, the cams are internal. We don't need seals for the cams, but we do need stem seals. So Victor ends price reach centimeters right here. We need 12 because it's a 12 valve, so we need 12 stem seals. Right there, bam, $12, killer deal. Can't argue that. All right, we're gonna scrolling. We're gonna need this stuff soon, but not yet. All right, we don't need anything else from here. So now what's next? Let's see here. The crank. Let's see what we got here for the crank. So we got a crank seal. So we're going to kind of mix it up and down because ECS tuning groups everything together. So we're going to have a kind of a mishmash of head and block. So, but I'll keep explaining what's going on. Okay. So for seals, I'm a big fan of Phoebe and Erling or Victor Renz. So for a front main seal or the crank seal, depends on how you want to look at it. Phoebe definitely has the best price, so we're going to work with that one. I mean, for $4, can't complain. And Phoebe is definitely a German brand, so it's good stuff. It's not cheap stuff, so that's good. Now we're going to work with the rear main seal, aka the rear crank seal. I think there is a rear main seal. I got to remember that. I'm not 100%. Again, VR6s are way different from 1.8Ts, so I'm learning as we go. So please, guys, if you guys are there, correct me when I'm wrong because I need to make sure we're all on the same page together, okay? Victor Renz is, let's see here, $25. That's pretty expensive. But Erling, rear main crank seal, make sure the specs match up at 85, 105, 11. I'm going to go buy the Erling because it's half the price. I mean, still not bad. Erling is a German manufacturer, so you're getting good stuff. Moldy. Moldy. I love your name. You can comment here, or if you want, go to my community tab page on my YouTube channel. You can message there as well. Or you can go on my Facebook pages. They're all on the homepage of my YouTube channel on the upper right-hand corner. You can see the links. Go there and go to my all my other pages, and you can submit comments there as well, or email me. Tons of ways to get in contact with me. All right, we're gonna. Okay, that's it for that. Dang, that's super easy. Let's see here. We got intake manifold stuff. I don't need a thermostat. Need the water pump, part of the assembly, and there's a seal for it, but we're gonna do an actual water pump. So we're gonna go to mechanical for right now. There is a weird gasket that we're gonna have to find, and I'll show you guys in just a minute. Let's see here. Timing sprocket, secure bolt. Not a problem, Moldy. For the cams, let's see what we got here for hardware for cams. We got these already for the cam position sensor. I don't know if we need this yet. Sensor timing sprocket securing bolt. We definitely need this for sure, because I don't want to reuse any of the hardware. So if any hardware has to be replaced, we're going to replace it. The gears for the crank and the cams, we don't need to replace them. They are pretty much, they're good stuff. We're going to check if we can replace the bolts for them. Nothing here, so we're going to switch out of this. Oiling system. Let's see here. We definitely need the dipstick O-ring. There's OEM and OEM, so we're going to do OEM. The billet aluminum filter housing. There's ECS tuning, which is very expensive. We don't need a billet one. Don't need an oil drain plug yet. We're gonna need a new oil pan. We're gonna need a new oil filter, but we'll get those from AutoZone. Oil filter housing cap. Here it is. $48. What is going on here? $59. I guess we're gonna get a billet one. I mean, there's not much of a difference. It's a $10 difference. I'm down for that. Here we go. Oil cooler. Now this is important. This is where the oil cooler housing bolts onto the actual oil, the what we call like the crankcase housing, and then the oil cooler goes to that. We need this gasket because we're gonna need also a brand new oil cooler with this. So Victor Inns is $2. Erling is $2.55 less, so I can't complain about that. Here we go. These are for the filter housing. These have to be replaced. These are stretch bolts. These bolts are for the how can I explain? How can I explain? These bolts are what hold the crankcase cover. There's 4 of them on this one. The oil gasket only has oil cooler has 1, and then the oil filter housing has another. So it's only 1 gasket, and then the filter housing has the second one, which comes with the brand new filter housing, Luis. So don't worry about that. Because you'll see here, there's 2 of them. The one, all of them look the same. You'll notice it's a big circle with 2 little dots in it. Those are the oil cooler ones. That's the one that mates to the actual crankcase cover. And then underneath that is where your oil filter goes into. Or your oil filter housing goes into. This bolt, I don't know where this one goes. I'll probably have to shop for it later, so I'm not going to look at that one yet. Oil cap, I mean, a brand new oil cap. Can't complain about a brand new oil cap. It's definitely the smartest thing to do, especially if it's a really old engine, really old valve cover. Can't complain. But since we're getting a new oil cap, let's find out if the oil cap comes with the gasket. Because if it does, we remove the gasket. And it does. It's in the picture. So, because of that, we're going to remove the gasket out of the out of our total. So we save some money there. That way we don't buy twice. Now, whether or not Luis is going to buy the fancy stuff, that's up to him. I'm doing all the cheap stuff right now. Okay, here we are. Oil coolers. Now, I like to buy Miley. I like to buy Nissan's. And I like to buy Euro. URO is other brands. Those are the 3 brands I really... not really like... how can I explain? Yeah, that's correct. I guess, yeah, okay. Let me check it. So, Miley is a German brand. Really, really good stuff. So I'm going to stick with them. This guy right here. What's funny, this fits 1.8s and VR6s. So there's that. So we're going to scroll down, and that comes with the gasket too. Go to the next section. This engine does not have an oil level sensor, just so you guys know. Some of the engines do. The later year models came with oil level sensors, but this one did not. So now, oil pump, very important. Old engines need new oil pumps. Do not reuse your old oil pump. They're affordable and they're worth it. Now, they have Phoebe, you can get an OEM. I'm not a big fan of an MT or a Pyberg and Topline. They've never even heard of these three brands before. But definitely Phoebe for the price. That's a steal. So we're there with that. Now for the oil pump, there is an O-ring that sits inside there. It might come with it. If not, just order the replacement O-ring for like $1. The 3 bolts that holds the oil pump are reusable. You're good on that. Those bolts are fine. You can replace new. You can get new hardware. I mean, we can add it to the total. So we can add 3 bolts. We definitely need the new oil pump drive shaft for sure. And the shaft bushing, which there's going to be 2 of them. So I believe there's 2 or 1. I can't remember, but I believe there's 2. If there's 2, if there's 1, we just return the other one. The oil jet, we don't need to worry about those. Those are fine. We do have to get a pickup tube. I have to inspect it, but we're going to add it to the total for sure. The oil pump gasket, this is the one we're talking about. We definitely need one of those. Don't need the oil pressure sensor. So let's add everything to the cart. Make sure it's all on the cart already, so we make sure that we don't miss anything. Let's see, scrolling. Right here. So yeah, there we go. We're missing something. We're missing the bolts. Yeah, they're not here. So we're going to add the shaft. We're going to add 2 of these little bushings. Because these bushings are what drive the shaft up and down over time. So you want to put fresh bushings in there, especially when you're doing a rebuild. Who knows what's going on inside that motor after the years. So we got all these going. The oil jet we don't need. The pickup tube we might not need at all. Again, it's depending on your situation and your budget. These are all things that we need to consider, but not need to purchase right off the bat. After inspection, after you do a thorough inspection of all your leftover parts, then you add it to your total. So now that's all done for the pretty much all the very important stuff on your engine. Now we got to go to mechanical because we need parts inside our engine, because if not, nothing's gonna work. See, need the oil filter housing to the block gasket. Looks like a figure 8. Okay, I'll look that one up, Luis. Okay, piston rings. Now, factory piston rings are right here. They're 81 millimeters. Those are stock piston rings. We're not oversizing them. Gotez is probably one of the best brands in the market for piston rings. I use them on all my builds, and that's what we're going to get for this one. Obviously, they're out of stock. Don't worry about it. We don't have to buy it from them. There's other places we can order from. AutoZone also can get them for you as well. Okay, so we definitely need piston rings. Don't need a wrist pin lock. We need 6 of these. These are to pop on and pop off the pistons and locking them in place. Let's see here. So, oh wait, why did I do 4? We need 6. I had 2 more. I'm thinking like a Volkswagen, like a 4-cylinder. I'm sorry. We need 6. Let's make sure there's 6 in here. All right, there's 6 in there. 6 in here. Okay. Not thinking about it. Let's see. There's that. And then let's see. Crank. Let's see what they got for crank here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Here we go. Main bearings. Let's see here. So don't ever buy factory OEM bearings. They're always stupid expensive. I mean, they're just ridiculous. It's like $1,000 for a set of main bearings. We're not going to do that. Glyco is a really good brand. This is what I use for. I use the Catco coated versions of these, and this also comes with a set of thrust washers. Can't argue with that. And these are. Let me see what size these are. We didn't oversize anything, so we are within factory specifications of our build. We got to make sure that they're not oversized. Doesn't state anything. So they don't have any actually specifications on this part. So we have to do a quick search on them and see why there's no information on them. And it sucks because ECS Tuning is probably the only one that sells them. What is going on here? Yeah, I can only get information from ECS Tuning for this. Okay, well, I'm hoping these are correct and they're not oversized because they come with the thrust washers and they come with pretty much all the bearings we need for the crank, not for the rods. Remember that. These are called main bearings, so very, very important. We also need the main bolts to bolt down, the main cap hardware to bolt down our crank. So let's see if we can find that too. See, I don't want to do it. I mean, we could upgrade to studs. I mean, it's not that much of a cost and upgrade because usually it's about $80 to $90 for main cap bolts. Let's double check because I'm not seeing here. Yeah, all I have is only ARP. So I'm going to add these and see what will show up down the road. Hopefully we get some more information down there about this. Let's see here. Back to mechanical. And see pistons. See what's engine block. Here we go. Here's an engine rebuild kit. Let's read up on this because this might be a better deal for us if it's what we need. So let's just look at the picture together. So it comes with piston rings, main bearings, front seal, rear seal, oil cooler. I see rod bolts. I see main bolts. I see the thrust washers. I see pretty much everything we need to put Luis's block bottom end together. This looks like a better deal at $600, And let's see here, front, rear main, cooler, water pump seal. I mean, everything we need for our block. I mean, this is not a bad idea, but again, it all depends. The only thing we're missing on our kit is the main studs. So I mean, it's really not much. You know, I don't think there's a discounted price on this, so it doesn't really matter as much. But it's exciting. It's pretty cool. I'm not seeing rod bearings at all here, which is really annoying. Cylinder head, valve cover, crankshaft, pistons. Here we go. Connecting rods. Completely avoided it. Let's see here. Same brand. Glyco, standard size, $56. Awesome. Now let's go through our list of everything we have, because we still haven't. Oh, we still got to do our timing kit as well. Let's do that next, and then we'll go from there. Timing chain kits. Usually buying a timing chain kit is the best option through ECS Tuning, because you get a little bit of a deal on all your parts. But before you buy it, check its contents, because a lot of times they give you junk, like a cheapy part, and compensate for a more expensive part. And it's kind of like, wait, what if that fails? It's going to cause this to premature failure. So you got to look at your kit and see what's going on. Standard kit. Upper timing chain is 2-piece unit. Assembly of master link is required. Let's see here. So they give you your guides, your tensioner, 2 chains, and that. So that's $150. Not bad. Let's shop. They didn't check the brands. Let's see here. Product details. Here we go. So Bremen parts, they're okay. They're not good stuff. So I'm kind of like, no. That's why you're getting such a good price on it. This one for $260. You can start seeing the difference in the picture overall. What you're getting. Let's check out the product details. So we're getting the upper chain is a genuine chain, and the lower chain is just a random brand chain, and then again all Bremen parts. Okay. I'm not gonna go with the genuine. I never usually go with genuine, just because of the cost. Let's see this brand here. Okay, so this one's a build your own kit, which is interesting. Okay, I'm curious to look at that in just a minute. And then they have the 12 valve ultimate kit, which I don't know what it means, but we're going to check it out. So this one for $225. This gives us the chains, all the bolts that we need, plus the sealant and the tensioner. I mean, this is a proper job. This will let you do a proper job on your engine. Now product details. Let's see here. Now we're looking at a little bit better parts in here. So most all the hardware is genuine. The gasket is Victor Renz, which is good. The lower chain is Iwis, and then again these Bremen parts. I'm gonna need to do some research on this brand of parts, because of the pricing. It makes me uncomfortable. Let's see what's a little bit more expensive. You get all the same stuff again, but what do we get? What do we get? So we get less Bremen parts, but we get more genuine parts. Upper and lower chains are actually high quality chains, but you get all the plastics are from Bremen. I don't know this brand. This name keeps coming up. I gotta look it up. And the last but not least, the ultimate chain, more likely it's all OEM stuff. Yep, it's all OEM, so it's super expensive. So no, we're not going to go with that. So we're going to stick with this kit right here for $225. It makes the most sense because it gives us all the sealant we need and all the proper bolts that we need. Now, remember guys, what we said earlier, and oh, we definitely need the camshaft alignment tool, so we're going to add that to our total. We require that to get both cams actually timed. If not, you're never going to get this shit going at all. Excuse my French, but yes. So currently, without adding any of the plastics or the coolant system or any of the smog stuff, we're going to see this is only to build your block. Okay, Luis? And the only gasket we're missing is the filter housing to the block. I'm going to look for that. Add that to the total right now. It's so dumb. Why does it do that? Let's see if I can find it this way. Here it is. All right. And there's Erling right there for $8. All right. So this should be everything we need to fully build an entire VR6 engine using OEM pistons and rods. Okay, guys? So we're at $1,700 at the moment. And you look at that as like, holy smokes, that doesn't even include the cost of machining your block. And yeah, that is correct. This is not cheap to do. A lot of you guys who cut corners, these are the reasons why you have problems 3 months, 4 months, 6 months down the road. It's because we cut some corners. And it's okay. Lesson learned. This is why we do these live shopping events, because we learn how to shop for our parts. And we're going to do some price comparisons with other websites. This is going to benefit everyone here as we watch and we learn together. So we're going to go down the list. So we're going to remove certain items because we no longer need them. Like the oil cap gasket, we no longer need it. So that saved us $1. And see, stem seals, we need those. Front, rear main seal. Let's double check if it doesn't come in this. It does not come in this, so go back. So we need the timing sprocket securing bolt. We definitely need that. Dipstick O-ring, the billet cap. We don't really need this. We can just get the gasket. The one that's on the engine was still good. So we can remove that from the total. We just get the gasket, which is like $2. I mean, it's fine. We definitely need these. Definitely need an oil cap. We definitely need an oil cooler, oil pump gasket. The Allens, these are what hold the oil pump. Let's see what else we got here. The oil pump drive shaft, that piston rings, the wrist pin lock rings, the main bolt, main bearings. We definitely need to replace the bolts on the on the main caps. They're not reusable. Sorry, babe. Rod bearings and timing kit. This little camshaft alignment tool. Yeah. Oil filter housing gasket. So if we missed anything, please comment in the chat room right over here on the side. If not, this is what we're looking at price wise from ECS Tuning. Now we could shave about $100, $200. I probably can shave about $400 to $500 getting about 80% of this from AutoZone, with all the same brands. Just so you guys know, going through my commercial account, I can get a decent discount on this because a lot of these brands AutoZone carries, which is really really cool. So
they can find it cheaper if they shop there too, right?
yeah, if they shop around, yeah, that's the point. So I'm gonna go to. Don't need, but you do need a commercial account if you want to get stuff from IMC.
They can find discounts too.
Yeah, that's correct. Now we're gonna go here really quick. GLX 2.8 V6 AFP. Let's see here. Here we go. Already off the bat, 2 timing kits right here. $270 for Iwis. I don't know how to pronounce that. Everything we need, even the gasket stuff, at $270. See, what did ECS Fitting want for that kit? So right off the bat, we got a better kit for half the price. Holy crap, it rung up 2 of these, sorry. Okay, never mind. ECS Tuning actually has the better price kit right now at a $40 difference. Alright, we saved already $200. I accidentally double charged an item, so let me double check through this before I make sure we don't have the same problem again. That's correct. That's correct. Correct. Alright, everything else is right. So, $1,400 is where we're at for the total. Oh man, I feel dumb right now. So, FCP Euro. FCP Euro is a little bit more expensive, but let's see why. Let's actually see why is it a little bit more expensive. And right off the bat, I can tell you why. No random Brennan parts. Let me close this one. And where we were talking about that weird brand, Brennan, whatever that's called. Right off the bat, that's where they're shaving money off of there. If you look on here, they're using 3, 4, 5, 6 parts that I don't know brands about. I don't know the brand on this one. So for $50 more, we're getting all genuine German parts. Everything on this list is 100% German. I don't know about you, but for me, buying a German part over a random brand name, I'm going to go with an authentic German part that I know is going to last me pretty much the lifetime of that engine. So we're going to spend a little bit more money, but we're going to get what we pay for. And this is why I tell you guys need to shop for all your stuff because it makes a difference, guys. It really does make a difference to shop for your stuff.
You save money in the long run.
You do save money in the long run. That is correct. Let's see here.
Have to replace it in another 2 years.
Yeah. So let's see. Valve cover gasket is a little expensive here on. Oh, because they give you all the bolts. Interesting. They don't give us pictures though. Might as well. We say, well, we accidentally spent $200 more than we were supposed to. No pictures, and this is what's annoying. Because I like pictures. Okay, check this out here. Okay, so this Victor Renz head gasket kit is better than the ECS Tuning Victor Renz head gasket kit for multiple reasons. Number one, what do you guys see in the middle of that picture? There's stem seals already come with the kit, so that saves us about $12. or a little bit more. That head gasket kit goes for $180. Let's see what our head gasket kit goes for. $140. Let's see here why. So 150. Wow, ECS Tuning's got us on this one too. It's actually a better deal to get it from ECS Tuning, because the only difference is $12 and I'm saving 20. That's not bad at all. I'm gonna stick with ECS Tuning. FCP Euro, you're hurting me, man. I had a lot of faith in you guys. Let's see here. Excuse me, guys. Their Victor Renz gasket is $10. Their valve cover gasket. Let's see. It's in our head gasket kit. Never mind. We're not gonna worry about that. Valve guys, don't need them. Don't need that one. Come on. Here we go. Dang it. The valves, what we need next. And they don't have any. So let's see if they have valves here. We forgot to add that to our build, by the way. So right here on the exhaust valves, we need 6 at $16 a piece. Not bad at all. Again, these are factory specifications, so we don't need to up the ante on high-end exhaust valves. We're just doing a factory build. TRW is a good company. They are kind of an American company. They're not like cheap Chinese stuff. So we need 6 of the exhaust valves. Add that to the cart. And there you go, 13. We only have 6 of them, so 6 and 6, we got 12. I know math. So I'm going back and forth with these guys, and they're not cheap. Let's see. They don't even sell aftermarket ones, so that sucks. So we keep striking out on on FCP Euro. Let's try Euro tuning. Let's see here. Engine. Mechanical. We're in an oil pan. I forgot to add that, but that's another $80 or less. We'll add that later to the total. Here we go. Here we go. So, piston rings, thrust washers, rod bolts, and main bolts for $214. Who makes the piston rings on this kit? Here we go. Oh, wow. This is definitely a better deal right off the bat. Because the main rod bearings are, what were they, $80, $90? Let's see here. Yeah, the main rod bearings were $100. And then the main bearings and then the rod bearings were $60. And then piston rings were, yeah, this is already right off the bat like a killer deal. This is pretty much all we need to do your bottom end for about $80 less. So right there is already an instant savings. So not bad. These are all probably stock specifications, which is exactly what we need. Not bad. What's going on, Tiny? Hey, can you get me a pestle? I want a pestle now. One now, please.
I want a cactus cool.
Cactus cool. We gotta clean up too.
I didn't make them
I know. So, super cool. Euro Tuning already got a better deal for us. We already saved about 80 to 100 bucks, and it's in stock. So, we're gonna be going again. Now we're probably gonna go bounce back and forth between the two. But before I buy everything from them, I'm gonna go shop with my buddies at Vato Zone and get a better deal over there before we make a decision on everything. Let's see here. Let's check out their timing kit. Let's see what they got for a timing kit, because that's already a pretty good deal. Oh my God, the elixir of the gods. Cactus cooler. Yeah.
Blah.
How dare you.
Blah to your elixir.
It's refreshing. All right, let's check out the nice, Tiny. No. Oh, can you respond to Ray? Tell him that we're leaving tomorrow by 12 o'clock here. So they have the intake and exhaust valves here for $200. And let's see what we were going to spend on ECS tuning.
By noon?
Mm-hmm.
At noon?
Yeah, at noon. On ECS tuning, the exact same. It's cheaper, actually, on ECS tuning. That's kind of stupid. By like $30. Yeah, sorry, Euro Tuning, you're more expensive. Let's see here. We also got to get a set of lifters. $99 is not bad for a set of lifters. So don't need keepers. We got a good set of keepers. Don't need retainers. So this is dirt cheap for lifters, by the way. I remember spending freaking, I think $300 for a set of lifters for my freaking Mark IV, my 1.8. Well, but there's also twice the amount of lifters. Let's see here. What else we got? Let's keep going. Let's move on forward. Oh, look at that. Head bolts, $40. Not bad. What do we got in ECS tuning? $200. I'm gonna go spend $40 on head bolts, and because they're Victor Wren's head bolts, I'm gonna spend $40. That just saved Luis $160 right there off the bat. So this again, guys, just shows you when you shop, you can find the parts that you need back and forth. It's insane. It's insane if you know how to shop for your parts, like how much cheaper it is.
Double check you got the right.
The strut bolts, which ones? Tiny. So the VR6 oil pump, that's from Phoebe, is $99. Let's see what ECS Tuning was charging us for that. Same exact oil pump for $35 more. You see that? See that, Luis? I hope you're watching this. I hope you're watching because you can see how much money you can save by shopping around, man. Behind the hub, the big one, the one bolt that holds the strut in place. That one doesn't. You can. I recommend replacing it, but if it's never, if it's not like rusty, then it should be fine. But if it's like really rusty, I would probably replace it. Yeah, Lisa's don't like laughing.
For the VR6.
This is for the VR6, yes. Let's keep going. Stem seals, $9. Don't need them. They come with the kit. Let's see here. Don't need thrust washers. They come with it. So what I'm doing right now is just going through everything else to see if I see any drastic changes in pricing, which I don't see. Gotcha, Tiny. We definitely need to replace this guy. This is the one that sits on the on that back. If the oil pan doesn't have it. If you're reusing your old oil pan, you're going to need to replace that. Let's see the last page for all the mechanical stuff. And no, we're good. We are good. So, all right, Luis. So as you see this, we are gonna your complete total like cost. I should get you at least at $1,000 to $1,100. That is my goal, to get you to that point, to $1,000 $1,100 for all your components, to get this whole block freshly, pretty much freshly put together. What do you think about that, Luis? I know you're listening, and I know you're watching, so I need you to answer. I think that's a pretty fair price if we can drop everything down to about $1,000 to $1,100, right? See, he's all, let's do it. All right, Luis. Before we buy anything, remember, I'm going to print this list out. And I'm going to go take it to my guys at AutoZone and see what they can do for me. Because I want this cart. Because this is what's going to... this is what we need, like, I guess, a part list, pretty much. We always got to have a part list. And then what we do is if we can beat the price, and then we go from there pretty much. So I go take this to my friends at AutoZone, to my commercial guy, and what he's gonna do is go through all the parts and see how much better of a pricing he can get me. And then I'm gonna go through Euro Tuning and see how much better of a price I can do an entire build list from them. And then compare the two, and then we buy based off of what we can go bouncing back and forth on. So yeah, we got an entire shopping list right here. So for everybody who just watched this live stream, thank you. Let me delete this right here. Yes, we are done with this. We're done shopping for tonight. Hopefully you guys learned a lot with me and learned a lot. Luis corrected me on a gasket, which is awesome because that's what I want from you guys, is to correct me as we work through this. I got Luis's shopping cart right here. I'm going to go through this entire cart multiple times, and then I'm going to go take it to AutoZone, and we're going to try to match every single brand on here and every single part, dollar for dollar or cheaper. Number one, the cool thing about AutoZone, no shipping costs, number one. Number two, 1 to 2 day shipping turnaround time. So I can get almost everything I need for this car in 1 to 2 days. Like that. Another thing is, if we do have to order other parts for the build from Euro Tuning or ECS Tuning, we have to plan it accordingly, so time, I guess, falls within place. So we order it, and as we're working with the DIY, building the engine, the head, and those parts come in, then we don't have to stress out as much by waiting on so many parts. So that's pretty much where we're at the moment, guys. Because of Luis and because of all you guys, because of Luis becoming a Patreon member and everybody else a part of the Patreon community, we are making this happen. I don't have the money to build a VR6. I wish I did. I made the space. I now have a garage. Just so you guys know, PincheAls garage is actually now living up to its name. I have a garage. So pretty soon we're going to have, in the garage, we're going to have a VR6 engine, and we're going to build it together. All the VR6 content is exclusive to Patreon. So what's going to happen is we're going to film it for them. They're going to watch it for a week, and then I'm going to release it to you guys on YouTube as normal. Pretty straightforward. It's not a big deal. Oh yeah, big shout out to Tiny. He hooked it up with the crank and pistons and rods for Luis's VR6 engine too. So because of Tiny, we were able to get that this engine going much faster than later. So ooh.
High five.
High five. All right. Now, for other people asking about the Corrado build, it's actually in progress. We're just been so busy trying to complete orders.
You have parts for the Corrado.
Yeah, I got lots of parts for the Corrado. It's just they're just sitting there. There's another VR6 engine, by the way. See that right there? That's right. There's another VR6 engine that we are going to build. So you guys should be excited for that as well, because we're going to build what we call a high compression motor. And that's going to be a fun build because it's going to be super loud and not super fast, but it's going to be very loud and very mean. It's going to be a fun build that we're going to be doing. But that's another Patreon engine that we're going to be building. That's 100% funded by them. The next DIYs you guys are going to be seeing very, very soon. Number one, the engine. Number two, we're doing a full, and when I mean a full, Mark IV suspension refresh. Those are the next DIYs coming soon to PincheAls Garage. What is a full Mark IV suspension? Well, we're going to be doing rear beam bushings, rear beam upper strut bushings, lower strut bushings. We're going to refresh the rear beam. We're going to have the beam powder coated and cleaned. The front subframe is going to be dropped. We're going to install brand new subframe bushings, new control arm bushings. All of it's going to be freshly powder coated or painted, depending on budget. Brand new strut bushings. What's up?
I said just because it's the same for any Mark IV, right?
Yeah, this is all the process for Mark IV.
And like it doesn't have to be a VR6. So.
Big boy Angie, I'll give you just an answer for that in just a moment. We're going to be replacing all the bushings. We're going to be upgrading the Jetta with brand new front and rear sway bars. So we're going to make this car handle like a go-kart for sure. We're going to add a strut tower brace and a rear custom brace of my own design, by the way. New product coming to PincheAls Garage. So a couple new things that are coming. Another thing is we're going to do a big brake conversion on the Jetta. We're going to do big brakes front and rear, but we're going to do kind of a Porsche style brake system. So we're going to go a little bit bigger to 312 millimeters and just using 4 piston calipers for the front and rear. So we're going to show you guys how to do the full conversion on that as well on the Jetta. We just did a full custom headliner by my wife, doing a lot of the handiwork. We just did a DIY on how to remove the sunroof cover and how to fix your pesky sunroof drain pipes. Very common problem with Mark IVs where they leak on the sunroof. We just posted that video. That is a Patreon video, so it will be up on YouTube later this week by Saturday or Sunday. So you guys will be able to see that DIY very soon. Trying to think what else is there. Come on. I'm trying to end this. It's been an hour and a half. I got stuff to get to. Oh! If you guys are in San Diego, local, or want to go to a car show, and you guys have been desperate to go to a car show, and meet me and hang out and have a couple beers and drink and eat, I will be at Pacific Islander Brewing in Santee, California. From 3 to 6 p.m. I'll be there at noon setting up. If you guys want to come over and hang out. Again, Pacific Islander Brewing in Santee. Definitely hit up my Facebook page. I have it posted there. I'll post them up. That's tomorrow. Just so you guys know, it's for tomorrow's show on Saturday. So definitely something. We're going to be out there. We're going to be hanging out. You're going to see my bus. We're going to see all new PincheAls Garage merchandise there. We're going to be selling a bunch of random stuff and just hanging out and shooting the shit, you know. Have a couple drinks. So if you guys want to come over and hang out, please. I'd love to meet you guys and have a couple beers. I'm definitely down with that. And support a local car show and a brewing company. I mean, what? Can't argue any of that at all. So before I leave, I'm going to answer Big Boy Angie G. How does the commercial AutoZone account work? Stupid easy. You walk into an AutoZone, you go talk to a manager, like, hey, I want a commercial account. They're like, whoa, that's cool. Let's make your account. And you go and you make an account. They don't really do like a credit check. They just make an account for you. If you qualify, they'll give you an account and you're done and you start buying stuff.
But don't you need to buy a certain amount?
They recommend that you spend about $100 to $200 a week, but I don't. I spend like $1,000 a month.
But that's still account.
You know, but I use the account for friends and family. I don't use it for myself. I use it for all you guys. So it's something that you guys can do. So it is an option. So if you guys want to come over again and hang out with me, we can talk car, just hang out and talk about life.
You're working the show, though.
I'm working the show as well. Jeez. All right. That's pretty much it. That's it for tonight. So hopefully you guys learned a lot today with me and together, because this is what we do together at PincheAls Garage. We learn, we play, we talk, we just have fun, and hopefully, Luis, you see the process of just buying and searching product. It's not the easiest, but it's definitely the main event of the before the engine gets put together. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited, Luis, because this is going to be awesome. All right. If you guys don't have any other questions for me, I am going to call it a night. Here at PincheAls Garage, if you see another fellow dubber on the road, give him a thumbs up. Give him deuces. Respect one another. Be safe out there, everyone. Is it hard to cam MK2? No, not at all, 47. Single cam or dual cam? They're pretty straightforward. It's nothing special. All right. But again, if you see a fellow dubber on the road, give him a thumbs up. Deuces. Respect one another, please. In this day and age right now, we need to start respecting one another. 2020 sucks. Don't need a tuner. No, actually, no. With cams, you don't need a tuner. It recommended. You make it a little bit extra power, but not necessary.
So there's so much hate out there.
I know there's so much hate right now going on in the world. A little bit of thought, a little bit of fun, a little bit of respect and kindness goes a long way. So please, 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 just let's have fun and respect one another, guys. All right. And as always, here at PincheAls Garage, we're going to break. We're for sure going to fix it. And then we're going to repeat. All right? And do it all over again. Because this is what we do here at PincheAls Garage. So have yourself a wonderful night. And peace out, everyone. And take care.